Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of G Jackson, and today I'm going to be reacting to Songs of Sorrow by the Lost Narrator. And this is a continuation of autographs, as you can see. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to comment down below on what you think I should react to next. Don't forget to check out the original video and subscribe to the Lost Narrator because she is just awesome at what she does. And so without further ado, let's begin this. The Lost Narrator.
Vinyl felt empty and hollow as she walked down the streets of Manhattan. She had lost someone close to her, and her thoughts echoed in her mind, strangely void of emotion. She didn't know why it hurt so much when she found out that she would no longer be able to be with the only pony she had ever loved. It had been 5 years since they had broken up, but finding out Octavia had gotten married brought up feelings Vinyl had buried deep. Why didn't I try to fix things? Why did I have to be so selfish? Thoughts like these were all that ran through her mind as the day drew to an end. The sun sliding behind the buildings, throwing their shadows into the streets, chilling the gray city and giving it more of a somber tone. A light breeze blew, mussing her blue mane, and kicking up blue snow, whirling it around as the streetlights overhead pulsed to life. The flickering of the street lamp caught Vinyl's attention. Is it that late already? Vinyl stopped in the middle of the street to ponder what to do. I should probably go home. I need to relax and forget about Octavia. But it was our home. Vinyl hung her head as tears started to well up in her eyes. She wiped them dry on her white hoof before trying to pull herself together. She looked around for a street sign to get her bearings. When she finally found it, realization struck her. The pub is just up the street. I haven't seen Linky talk in a while. She mumbled as she gathered herself. Her mind was made up. Vinyl continued to walk up the street until an unremarkable building with illegible wording above the door was just a few steps away. He won't mind if I come in a little before they open, Vinyl thought as she pushed open the faded black door.
Sorry, we're closed.
She heard a voice call from the storeroom.
We'll open up in about an hour if you want to come back.
A smile tugged on Vinyl's lips as she looked around the bar. All the memories she had had in this place came flooding back to her, but the ones of Octavia overpowered the rest. Pushing to the forefront of her mind, the smile faded in an instant, replaced by a sorrowful frown. As tears fell from her eyes, a light gray unicorn stepped out of the storeroom, brushing his dirty brown mane out of his eyes to see who was there. His eyes widened in surprise as he saw Vinyl standing in the doorway.
Vinyl, it's you. I haven't seen you.
His voice drifted off as he noticed her crying.
Vinyl, what's wrong? Are you okay?
He rushed over to comfort her, embracing her in a hug before leading her towards the bar, using his magic to pull out a stool. As Vinyl sat down, Leaky walked around the bar to get her some water. He passed her a large cup as she mumbled a thank you and wiped her eyes before taking a long pull of the glass. Leaky waited until she took the cup away from her muzzle before trying to talk.
So, how have you been? I ain't seen you in a while.
Vinyl slid her cup back to Leaky. Fine, working as always. You? How's the bar doing?
Good. I'm doing good. Bar's doing good.
He paused, trying to find a way to ask what he wanted without sounding rude.
So, what brings you here?
He asked, nervously shifting from hoof to hoof. Vinyl looked away as her vision started to blur. Nothing in particular, she said after a minute of thought. Can't I just drop in and say hi now and again?
Usually when a pony does that, they don't start off by crying in my doorway.
He said, trying to keep his tone light. Despite his best efforts, he saw Vinyl cringe when he said it. She turned around on the bar stool, taking in the room. The faded red and black wallpaper, the old pool table, the booth she would sit at when she would come to watch Octavia perform. She would sit there the whole night, just watching her mare stand there and work her magic. When she finished, Vina would always cheer the loudest, pounding her hooves on the table and yelling, causing Octavia to blush as she joined her at the booth. As she would sit down, Leaky Top would bring them both a meal. They would converse over dinner before heading home. Vinyl hadn't noticed the tears starting to roll down her face as she turned back around. Seeing the fur under her eyes matted down, Leaky Top reached under the counter to grab some napkins. Taking a perforated napkin, Vinyl dried her face and tried to pull herself together again. She set the used napkin down on the bar, finally looking up to meet Leaky Top's worried gaze. "I guess it's true," she said, her voice unsteady. She took a moment to gather her thoughts. I guess I finally realized I let the best thing that ever happened to me just walk away, and now I can never get her back." Leaky knew what she was talking about. He had read the paper that morning. When he saw that Octavia had gotten married, he didn't expect for this to happen. He didn't even think about how Vinyl would react. I didn't even apologize," she said, breaking Leaky Top out of his thoughts. She didn't even try to stop the tears as they rolled down her face. "I wanted to, but I didn't think she would forgive me. Just yell at me and shut the door. Why would she want to be with a selfish DJ?"
Why?
Leaky said, trying to calm the distraught mare.
She was the cellist for the Camelot Orchestra. She left that to be with you. How could you think she wouldn't want to be with you?
This seemed to have the opposite effect he intended. "Right. How could I forget that I ruined her life?" Vinyl asked, her voice dripping with bitter sarcasm.
Well, you didn't ruin her life.
He stammered, trying to salvage the situation.
I mean, look at her. She has a decent job. She's happily married. Shit.
He knew he screwed up. Vinyl started bawling. She put her front hooves on the bar and rested her head on them. Leaky Top could only stand there and look on as her shoulders racked with sobs. He didn't know if he could do anything to fix what he had said. He stood there for a minute before thinking to apologize.
Vinyl, I'm so sorry. I didn't...
I know. Vinyl mumbled as she raised her head. It's fine. She used her forelegs to try and wipe her face dry to no avail. Setting her hooves back on the bar top, Vinyl looked down at the floor and mumbled, I could really use a drink. Leaky looked at her, shocked.
I thought you quit shortly after you and Octavia got together.
I did. They just sat there for a couple moments, staring at one another.
So...
Things changed, Leaky. Vinyl said, her gaze not faltering.
I don't really think you should be drinking right now, Vinyl.
I don't think that's your choice.
Well...
He stumbled for an excuse.
They aren't open, and I'm not allowed to sell alcohol while we're closed.
He said with a small smile, pleased with his quick thinking. Okay, then I'll just sit here till business starts.
I exercise my right not to serve you on the grounds that you are in no state to be drinking and can potentially become harmful to yourself and others.
Leaky Top was upset that it had come to that, but figured it was probably the best course of action. Vinyl shot him a glare filled with anger and hurt. She got off the bar stool without a word. As she turned around and headed for the door, she spoke to Leaky. Got it. I'll just pick up some stuff on my way home.
Final.
Leaky Top said as she reached the door, his voice filled with sorrow.
Please, I don't want to see you do this to yourself.
Don't worry. She placed her hoof on the door and turned back to face him. You won't. With that, she pushed the door open and walked out without looking back.
Okay guys, I'm going to pause right here because Like I said, I can't do videos over 15 minutes, and this video is getting kind of long as it is, so I'm gonna just end the video right now, and I will continue this next time. So thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to share, and also don't forget to comment down below on what you think I should react to next. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Lost Narrator and watch her videos, because like I said, she is awesome at what she does. Okay, the link to the original video and her channel will be in the description down below, and don't forget, but that's basically it. Thank you all for watching. G React out.